Hi guys, welcome to my channel Cooking with Freddie. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Today we will be making chicken pate kode. Pate kode can be compared to an empanada or like a Jamaican patty, you guys. But us Haitians, we do it a little bit different, and I'm gonna show you how we do it, you guys. This is so yummy. Just pay attention, all right? So here I have one Maggie cube, and I'm gonna go ahead and squish it and put it into my bowl. I'm gonna add 1 cup of water, and then I'm going to put that bowl in the microwave for 1 minute so the Maggie can dissolve. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add 2 more cups of water, and then I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of salt so I can make sure that thing have some flavor. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and take a big bowl, and I'm gonna put 4 cups of all-purpose flour into that bowl. Then I'm gonna get a room temperatured egg, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it into the flour mixer and mix it all together. And I worked a long time to come up with this recipe for my dough, because if you don't make the dough right, everything else will get messed up, okay? So now I'm going to go ahead and add the butter. This is 4 tablespoons of butter, and it is room temperatured, okay? Make sure you take that butter out early in the morning if you know you're going to be making this, so that butter can be room temperatured. And you're going to go ahead and mix all that together. Then we're going to go ahead and start adding our flavored water. And at this time, I realized I wanted to make more, so I went ahead and added 1 cup of all-purpose flour again. And I'm going to continue to add the flavor water a little bit at a time while I'm mixing in that water into the dough, you guys. All right, and I'm just going to continue to do this. Do not add too much water at once. Just add a little bit at a time, because you will not need all that water, you guys, okay? And if you end up making a mistake and adding too much water, just add more flour, all right? But be careful, because you don't want to end up making way more than you wanted to. All right. So now that you see that the flour is no longer like sticking, it's good. I don't need to add no more water. I went ahead and added 1 teaspoon of vegetable shortening. And I'm just going to go ahead and work my dough. I'm just going to go ahead and work that dough. See how it's not too sticky and my hands are not getting stuck into the dough? That's how I know that it's good. It's not, my hands are not getting stuck to the dough. I don't need to add any more water. I kneaded the dough for about 5 minutes, and then I went ahead and I put it into a ball. I put it back into the bowl, and then I poured a little bit of vegetable oil, like 1 teaspoon of vegetable all over it. And this is so the dough don't get cracky and dry. This is very, very important. And after we do this, we're going to go ahead and give it our secret ingredient, and the one that's most important, which is thyme. Cover it with aluminum foil and put it in your refrigerator for 24 hours or let it sit for 4 hours minimum. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and we're going to clean our meat. Here I just have 2 chicken quarters, and I just basically cut them up into small pieces. Okay guys, we just basically use 2 chicken quarters because we're gonna go ahead and break this meat up anyway, so you can cut it up any way. All right, so now what I'm doing is just I'm cleaning my meat. I went ahead and removed the skin because we do not need skin in this, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn the chicken over and remove any excess fat and all this other excess stuff that we don't need. Okay you guys, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it with the pile of clean chicken. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing here. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to remove the skin of the chicken. I'm going to go ahead and remove any excess fat that we have, because we don't need all that excess fat in our food. We're gonna go ahead and remove that, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna flip it over, and we're gonna continue to remove any excess fat that we have. Okay you guys, just like you see I'm doing, just like that. And when we're done cleaning it up, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put it in the clean pot. All right, so now here I have all my chicken, and I went ahead and I took 1 lime, and I'm just going ahead and cleaning my chicken with my lime. I'm gonna go ahead and add 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna go ahead and add about 1 teaspoon of orange, sour orange. And then I'm going to go ahead and add about 1/4 cup of distilled vinegar. And I'm going to go ahead and add 1/4 cup of the lemon juice that I just added. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to mix all that together. And we're going to let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes. Boil some hot water and pour it over it. Then we're just going to go ahead and maneuver it all around so all of them could get some of that hot water. Then we're going to go ahead and run some clean water and just clean any excess fat on them that we have. All right. So here we have our clean chicken, and I'm going to go ahead and add a 1/2 cup of Epis, you guys. I will have in the description box a link on how to make Epis. All right, and I went ahead and added a chicken bouillon flavor Maggie, 1 cube, and I'm adding about 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. I'm going to go ahead and add 1/4 teaspoon of creole seasoning, and I'm going to go ahead and give that thing a stir and mix it all together so the flavors can combine and become one. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the stove and let it cook, you guys. You see how it's cooking? It has that little bit of water in there and like barely any from that Epis that we put in it. So now I'm going to go ahead and add about 1 tablespoon of oil, you guys. And I'm just going to go ahead and let that cook and simmer. And when it starts to look like this, when there's like nothing left at the bottom but the little oil, we're going to go ahead and add some water. I went ahead and added 2 cups of water. Then we're going to go ahead and let that chicken boil, and we're going to let that chicken cook. And when it's done cooking, it's going to look like this. Make sure you don't let it dry out. You see how there's still a little bit left in there? That's how we want it. We're going to go ahead and we're going to let that cool down. And once it's cooled down, we can go ahead and start removing the meat off of the bone. That's why we want it to cool down, because if you do this while it's hot, baby, you're going to hurt yourself. You're going to burn your little fingers, all right? So just go ahead and let it cool down for like 15 to 20 minutes until it's cool enough for you to be able to take all the meat off the bone. And that's what we're going to continue to do. Just remove all the meat off the bone and try to get all the bones out of there, because we don't need them bones in there anymore. And this is how it will look when we're done removing all the chicken off the bones. All right, you guys. Then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start chopping up our bell peppers and onions. I chopped up some green, some yellow. You could chop up any flavor, any colors you want, you guys, and 1 whole onion. Then I'm gonna go ahead and chop up a 1/2 of a tomato. And I also boiled a couple of eggs, you guys. I boiled like, I want to say like 8 eggs, because I made about like 8 pates. But how many pates you want, that's how many eggs you boil, because eggs do go in this. Okay, just listen, it's gonna be good, trust me. So we're gonna go ahead and put all of that stuff we chopped up into the pot, and we're just gonna go ahead and let it cook. It's on the heat is like on 6, so like medium high. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna let it cook. And then we're gonna need to add some flavor to this, because we don't added all this other stuff to it, baby. We gotta add some flavor so we can make sure this thing is gonna be popping. It's gonna be all of that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to add some Maggie, the chicken flavor bouillon. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add 1 cube of that into that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just add that one thing in there, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna mix it all together. All right, so that the flavors can combine and become one, you guys. Trust me, you guys, this is about to be the bomb.com. All right, then I'm gonna go ahead and add a 1/4 teaspoon of adobo, you guys. Give it a little something, yes. And we're just gonna go ahead and mix that up. And once you feel like your peppers and onions have cooked to the way you like them, that thing is ready, and put it to the side and let it cool down. That's very important, because if you try to put this in the dough while it's still hot, it will put holes in your dough and it ain't gonna turn out too good, you guys. It's gonna be a hot mess. So trust me, let it cool down. I like to cheat and put it in the freezer so that it can cool down quicker, you guys. All right, so here I went ahead and I put some Saran Wrap on my counter, and I'm putting some flour on it so that the stuff don't stick. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get that flour and make it into a little ball. All right, I'm going to make it into a little ball before I start rolling it out and rolling it out and rolling it out. All right, so we can go ahead and make that pate. So now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to take my little big rolling pin. Make sure you add some flour to your rolling pin. Make sure you add some flours to your hand, and make sure you add a good amount of flour to your working area, because baby, you don't want that dough to be sticking your way. Ain't nobody got time for that, child. So okay, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna roll it out and roll it out, rolling, rolling out that dough. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna roll it out just like that, you guys. And when you could do it as thick as you like, but don't try to do it too thin, and at the same time I don't like it too thick either. So make it like just right, like maybe like an inch. All right. So then this is a trick that I use. This is how you cheat, you guys. This is a trick I use when I want to make my pates uniform. I go ahead and I put a bowl. I'll take like a big bowl of approximately the size that I want my pate, and I'll put it on the dough and I'll cut it up so that way my pate can all look the same and they can be uniform. That's only like when I'm selling and stuff. That's what I do, because I want all my clients to have the same size, and I don't want somebody to think I gave somebody a bigger piece than them. But if I'm making it for my house, I really don't care about them all being different. I feel like they're like people. We're all different, but we're still the same. Okay. All right. And I wanted to be greedy. I was like, it ain't enough filling in this. I need to put more filling. So yes, I put more filling. And you see, I took the boiled egg and I cut it in half and I put it in there. I know if you're not Haitian, you're gonna be a little skeptical about that boiled egg, but baby, trust me, that is what make it do what it do. Trust me. If you try to give a Haitian a pate with no boiled egg, they're gonna look at you like you crazy. It has to have that boiled egg in there. That's like everything. Okay, everything. Trust me. So now we're gonna just go ahead and squish the edges so that they can stick together, you guys. We want to make sure they all stick together, because what the worst thing you want to happen is for those edges to open while you put it in the fryer and the filling fall out. That's a disaster, and your pate is ruined and it's trash. So make sure the ends are closed. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take a fork and we're gonna go ahead and press down on the ends. It makes it a little pretty. Give them that little feather thing look like whatever. It make it look a little pretty with your little fork. All right, just go ahead and do that. Then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna poke some holes in it so that all the filling could cook and stuff. Well, it's already cooked, but you just put the holes in there. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you one more time how to do it. You see, I don't really care about it being uniform because I'm just making this for my household. So this is how you would do it if you didn't want to use the bowl. All right. So now I'm just going to go ahead and I got my filling in there. I'm just go ahead and I'm squishing up the sides. All right. And one thing you can do, if your sides are not sticking, you can always add a little bit of water and then use that to make the sides stick. But after you put the water in there, put some flour in your hand so you don't make the whole dough stick to your hand. Okay. And I felt like it was too much. I didn't like too much excess dough on my sides, so I take some out when I'm not using the bowl method. And I'm just gonna go ahead and squish the sides all over again, and then I'm gonna take my fork again and I'm gonna pinch them to make sure that the sides are fully closed, because like I told you, don't nobody want no explosion in the oil, because it's gonna be a disaster. It's gonna be a mess to clean up, and then your thing is gonna be trashed and you're gonna be mad. All right, so we're just gonna take our fork and we're gonna pinch them and seal them. That's it. That's it. All right. So now that we're done with that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put them in the fryer. Put them bad boys to fry. I got my heat on like 350 degrees. All right, good clean oil. Then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put the pate in there, drop it. Wash your hands, y'all. Wash your hands. You ain't trying to get burned now, okay? And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put another one. I only put like 2 at a time because I don't want to put too much and I want them all to cook. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna let them bad boys fry. We're gonna let it fry, let it fry, let it fry. Yes. And when it's golden brown like that, child, yes, child. Yes, child. This is how we know it is done. And you can go ahead and you can take them out, you guys. And with this dough recipe, the dough is so nice and it's so, you just have to try it. It's so perfect, you guys. Just try this dough recipe. Don't try to be a hero and change it up and you're gonna be mad. All right. And this is how the inside look of the pate when you cut it open. This is the chicken pate, you guys. I will have other videos for you guys on how to make seafood pate and how to make other pates. But this is it, you guys. It don't get no better than that, y'all. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.